What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am pulling out the ESC and the motor to replace it with, I'm just going to go with a Ghoul RC Racing waterproof ESC and my Castle Creations 5700 kV motor. That's more than enough power than this thing is ever going to need. So let's get started. First thing I do is I rip out the ESC. Take out the double-sided tape and take all that junk off because you don't need it no more until you go to put the new ESC in. Getting the ESC out of here can be a pain in the butt. Because you got to make sure this wire is okay. You got to make sure all the wires are undone. You got to make sure that the switch comes out a certain way. I was going to leave it brushed because I really like the brushed motor and the ESC. It's waterproofed already. But I just decided to go ahead and make it brushless. Trying to make sure I don't cut the wires when I'm cutting this. There we go. Just pull that out of the receiver, and there you go. That's out. Now to take the motor out is a bit of a pain in the ass. Because you gotta... You know what? It takes a 2.0 millimeter driver. For the top screws. I'm trying to point these out for you on camera here. They're right down here. They're a bit of a pain in the butt to get to, but I don't know. I kind of like the design, but then again, I kind of don't. But like I said, it's not hard to do. Just undo the screws. Make sure you don't lose nothing. There's 2 screws to it. And it looks like somebody put red thread locker on this shit. Of course they did. One of them had red thread locker on it. I already heated it up. That's how it came out so easily. I used my soldering iron to heat the screw up. You know what? I'm going to try something. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, check this out. It is literally unable to get these pinions, the brass pinions, off these motors. At least from all the ground pounders I ever built, I have never been able to get the pinion off the motor. But after heating it up with a soldering iron, it actually came loose. See? So if I wanted to, I could just switch the gearing out and keep running the brushed motors until I need to go brushless. Because once again, I'm going to be racing up there at Motorama. I don't know if they're going to let me use a brushed setup or a brushless setup. I definitely want waterproof. So maybe I will just stick with the brushed. I know I got to change the spur gear. So we're going to change that out. And that's a 7mm. Make sure this is my 7. Yeah, that's my 7. Because I'm putting in my metal gears. My steel pinion gears and spur gear. Okay. When you take it off, it comes off nut, then the spring, then the metal washer, see, metal washer, and just grab the spur gear and pull. Okay, now we're going to put on the steel spur gear. Put that on first. Like I said in my previous video on how to do this, it can be a real pain in the ass to do, but it's well worth it. Okay. And then goes on. Okay, once you get the metal spur gear on, you then put on your slipper clutch pad. There's not too much room to maneuver your hands in here if you got big hands like I do. But anyway, it can be done because I do it all the time. And then what goes on is this little washer here. Try to get this focus. As you can see, it's got a notch here and a notch here. You want to line those up. Line those up on the shaft. And slide that on. Then goes on this plastic piece. See, it's got that indentation. The flat piece is what goes towards the transmission. Yes. Now that's on. Next goes on this washer. That slides right onto the shaft. It doesn't have grooves in it like the other washer did. It just slides right on. Next piece to go on is a little spring to tighten up the slipper clutch. Then finally, the slipper clutch nut. Tighten that on down. I usually tighten it all the way down and then crack it loose a half a turn. Now, the decision is, do I want to go brushless or do I want to stay brushed? That's my 2 ml. Alright, 2.0. I think I'm going to go ahead and go brushless. That way I have a lot of power with it. I don't have to worry about burning up motors. Sorry about the background noise. My neighbors are getting their lawn... I don't know what the hell they're getting it done. Like fertilizer or some shit. Their dog's shitting the lawn, but you would think that, you know, that'd be enough fertilizer for them. Then they let their dog come over here and go to the bathroom all over my lawn. Alright. Just switch the motor mount out onto the brushless ESC. There we go. Tighten down the pinion, the little pinion gear, and then slide it up under there and put it back together. I'm going to put it back together because I don't want to bore you guys with too long of a video, and then I'll be right back.